Hello. Hello. Welcome to Coding Badly. My name's Kevin Lewis. I will be your host today as we code extremely badly. They may as well rename the show at this point. For those of you who are here, there's a few people here. Give me some kind of indication that you can indeed hear me. That'd be much appreciated. I think you should be able to. But once I did a online talk near the start of the pandemic. I wasn't really used to this setup, and I literally was speaking for like 5 solid minutes constantly, and no one told me they couldn't hear me. Thank you very much. Okay, fantastic. So for those of you who have never been to hello folks in chat, for those of you who have never been to an episode of Coding Badly before, or perhaps have never heard of Battlesnake before, I'm going to use this first few minutes to enlighten you. Battlesnake is a multiplayer programming game where you build the AI for a snake. This, what you see here on the screen, it's there for you, but for me it's here, is a very typical Battlesnake game. So these games aren't being played by people in real time. Instead, a Battlesnake is a web server which receives for every single move the state of the board, and it must make a decision whether to go up, down, left, or right. There are more ways to lose than there are to win, but basically you want to be last on the board to win a game of Battlesnake. This show, Coding Badly, is where you get me and Joe, just me today, but you get me and Joe normally, sometimes with guests, writing terrible code to show you that you can actually still build decent Battlesnake projects without writing very good code. So what are we going to be doing this season? Because this is the first episode of a new season. In fact, let's take a moment and talk about last season. Last season, we did the Ghastly Relay Snake, where over 7 episodes, I believe, we had one continuous code base. And at the end of each episode, whatever the state was of that code base by our guest that episode, that week, would just get suspended in time. And the next person picking up the baton for that relay has to just roll with it. And it went off the rails mega quickly, and it's over now, thankfully. But if you are interested in seeing last season's snake as it ended up, Joe actually had it all on GitHub here, and there's little notes around how it was left at the end of each episode. Nice and fun. Thankfully, we're never going to look at that snake again, I hope. And this season is going to be a little more chill, hopefully. In this season, we are not actually going to be building battle snakes, but instead we're going to be building fun kind of like data visualizations of battle snake games. And to facilitate this, I built a little project at the end of the last season here, the Coding Badly client starter. And this is a little node application which has a minimal but working snake that will avoid walls and avoid every other snake. And what it will do for every single move is it will push the data from the game to a front end. And what we get as a result is this file called script.js, which is where we do all of our work. And so we have this move function here that is triggered every single move that comes in, and it will contain both the current move and an array of every move to date, and then we can use that to do some visualizations. This is a web app, so it could be using the web audio API, could be building generative art, games which are run by the game of Battlesnake, which is slightly meta. That's what we're going to be doing today. And so, every episode will be kind of a one-shot. This time it's just me. And I'm going to build a little tug-of-war game where, based on the direction your snake chooses to go, based on the logic of the snake, or maybe the moves overall, everyone's moves, we'll do a little tug of war left and right. We'll figure it out as we go. It's not fully conceived yet. Anyway, I've got this project here, and we're actually just going to go and clone it, and we'll get this started, and you'll see how to do it for yourself. You're also welcome to go and work on this. So I've got this empty code editor here. And we will clone this in, and We'll call this coding badly 1. Oh, fantastic. Happy Thursday. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the Prime sub. 210. All right. So let's go into this. What just happened there? Look at that. That took ages. What happened there? Fabulous. So here's our little starter project here. Oh, that's maybe a step too big. I'm going to be honest with you. Hopefully that's okay. Let me know if you struggle with it. And this contains just a basic snake logic. Wow, that's where we are today. It's only 7 p.m. where I'm at, so it shouldn't be too bad. Got this little dev service spun up here. I actually did some work on developer experience on this one. Let's see how this works. So let's go and install those dependencies. Fab. And then we should just be able to go npm run dev, spin up using nodemon, so it will automatically, whenever a file is saved, it should restart automatically for us. And it's all automatically give us an ngrok URL. That's really cool. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and set up our Battlesnake for today. So we will go to our Battlesnakes. We'll create a new Battlesnake. And we'll call this coding badly viz1. There's the URL. If this really impacts us terribly, so we'll hit save. Problem unknown API version. Love it when you break it straight away. Let's take a look. I thought this was correct. Let me take another look at the API docs here. This is with the music. All right, let's take a little look here. Little looky. API reference. What we care about is just the get Battlesnake. What have I done wrong? God, this is fantastic. We started off well, eh? Oh, I think actually /snake. Yeah, I should probably just document that, eh? /snake. There we are. There we are. There's the snake. There we go. Fab. Okay. There's our snake set up. Mid latency, high latency. That's probably fair. All right. And so now we have this kind of working project, right? It's spun up on localhost 3000, I believe. Yeah, it's spun up on localhost 3000. So if we go to localhost 3000, let's see if this works. I might have to put in the ngrok URL, but let's see. Let's put this Battlesnake into a game and kind of get a vibe for how this is gonna pan out. Create game. Coding badly viz. Fab. Just one will do. Start the game. And hopefully, what we should see. Look at that. How cool is that? So every move, we get a log here that shows us both our current move and every move that's happened to date until it ends. The snake's doing okay. I mean, you see by the size of the array here, you know, we're approaching 100 moves. And all this is doing is avoiding walls and itself. I mean, if we take a look at the game, I think yeah, look at that. Can I speed it up a little? Just for the sake of this. So we're still going there. So this is what our snake did. How cool is that? So what do we have to work with in the basic game? We have, I suppose, well, what's the state of the board? Where is your snake positioned, I suppose? The food. There you are. That's the whole game. You have just sort of a really cool future project where you could show the state of, you could recreate this game using like a HTML table or a set of radio buttons, so you can show where your snake is or something like that. Anyway, that's now the end of the game. 161 moves, right? Let's take a look. 161 moves. Yeah, 161 moves. You know what I might do? I'm still getting used to this browser. Let's open in split view. There. Now we can see both of these things side by side. Let's just set up our space a little better. Let's pop that at the bottom there. There we are. I think that's ideal. So yeah, our history is, the current is exactly that. It's the whole payload from Battlesnake. Here we are. And the history is an array. It's pretty nifty, actually. Pretty happy with that. So now we get to do stuff with this data. So let's, so what I'm thinking to begin is if we just simply do left moves versus right moves, right? And there are loads of ways we can do this. We can have just two numbers. We'll start by just getting two numbers ticking up. And then we could either build a little game with P5, maybe P5.js, a little visual art library in JavaScript, or we could use an HTML progress bar to show the state of the tug of war. And we get all the logs here as well. So where we want to do our work is over here in script.js. So we'll comment that out here. So I think what we'll do is let's create a couple of variables, I suppose. I'll call this state, I think. We'll go left. Don't know why I'm doing it like that. We'll do left equals 0, right equals 0. Because that's all we want to do to start. And just to be clear, that on the front end, there's no libraries or anything other than socket.io to actually get the data over. There's also live reload set up, which is kind of cool, kind of nifty. All right, left and right. So what will we do? Based on let's just remind ourselves of these payloads, because how do we determine whether we go left or right? Because just a thought about this, because you need to be tracking two different moves here. To know whether they've moved or not. Because I don't think we're sending over the actual direction. We're just, sending over the entire, here's the logic, right? And we're just sending over the entire thing. I mean, we could do that too. So we emit the move, then we create the move. So what we'll do, we'll swap it around, and move is left, right, up, or down. So let's just add a move in there. Move. That'll be either left, right, up, or down. Let's see if that works. Should do. Let's put our snake in a new game. Create game. I think I could have just hit rematch there actually for a slightly quicker time. If we just open one of these up, we see that on top of everything else, we get a move up, down, left, right. Nice and easy there. Small little adjustment to make. Okay. So now we have the move, which is either right. In fact, we have history. So this might be unnecessary because what we want to do is figure out all of the lefts and all of the rights. So what we'll do is we'll say left. We'll go history dot filter, I guess, move, and we want to know where the move might be. Because we want a property called move. I think that's fine. Where move.move is equal to left. That will give us all of the objects, and then we just want dot length. Right? That looks correct. It says. Let's do the same with right. And then console log. Let's take a look because we have your snake's move. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Just your snake, right? So what we'll do in here is we'll go lefts and rights. Let's take a look. And that's automatically reloaded the browser, which is kind of cool. It says game in progress. Has the snake really been doing this well? We've not got to the end of the game yet. I think it ended by virtue of the page reloading or the server reloading. I think eventually it will just time out. Wow. For not a lot of code, this snake is decent. Nah, it did hit itself in the end. Okay, let's create rematch. So there we are. We see the left versus right. That's kind of nifty, actually. Oh my god, we're only 20 minutes in. We're going to need to do something a bit more ambitious here, but we'll start with this, eh? We'll start with this. So, I mean, that's still going up, right? So I think the way to do it is either, I'm not quite sure because the game eventually ends and there will be a winner left or right, but also we could say if you get over a certain mark, you just win. But I don't think that makes sense. Maybe it's a, no, there you are. There was 100 and, I don't know how many moves there were there. Would have been 103. All right, 50 and 53. Oh, just stop getting counted at some point. Oh yeah, because up downs aren't counted, right? So we have, yeah, so maybe we do like a percentage of the moves. As soon as a percentage of the moves go one way. I mean, but this is random, so you know, this might not be an overly exciting tug of war. Maybe this was ill-conceived, he says. I don't really want to change the snake logic. I want to work with the current logic of the snake. So we have left and right here. Let's create. I forgot how to do a progress slider. I think it's an input. How's everyone's day been so far? Good Thursday? Good week so far? What's the weather like where you are? Yeah, it was an input with a type of range. No, that is not what I want. I lit W3 schools. I want progress. That is literally... There's literally an HTML element called progress. What is going on? Isn't there? Have I just made this up? Do I just want this to exist? No, yeah, it's right here. Progress indicator. Max and value. So max is 100, I guess. Let's just see how that displays for a moment. Yeah, there you are. There's the 70. I'll just bump that up font size. So that's 70. I might just add a tiny bit of styling to that. Oh, what's happening? There we are. Oh, you can't alter the height. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, width 100%. Right. What else are we doing here? So we have this progress. It has a max of 100. So basically, we've got to work out what we're going to do here. We could. I mean, actually, there's a really crude way of doing this to begin, just to show the percentage of lefts versus right. And I think the way to do it is you actually change both max and value at the same time. So the way we do that here is we go document.query selector progress to get the DOM element. And we can say progress set attribute max is going to be both the moves so far, but no, we only care about the lefts and the rights, right? So lefts plus rights and progress set attribute value is going to just be less. Let's just take a moment and see what that does. Oh, there's some. All right, errors that disappear are errors we don't need to think about right now. So mostly lefts. Oh, the rights are starting to get it. A little more janky than perhaps I expected, eh? That is probably one of the most boring things I've ever built. Okay, right. This is not going to cut it. This is not going to cut it. This was Joe's idea, tug of war. Yeah, just throwing that out there. Now he's not here. Chat, what should I do with this? right? Because you can't really win the tug of war either, right? I suppose if it's 100%, that ain't gonna work. There could be a cut-off point here. Maybe we just, I don't know, you can create a little dashboard. You know, maybe I do the thing where like I just track your single snake position on this board with radio buttons. Maybe that'll be fun. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. Right, we did that. That was boring. Right, so first thing we need to do, I guess, is work out how big the board is. We get that in the first payload. We get the size of the board. Let's rewrite it every time. So we have, inside of this, we have board. Where is it? Oh, I don't actually know what I'm logging here. What am I logging? All of the snakes. Oh, okay. That's not, I don't really care about that. What I want is, let's take a look at current again. Let's, do I have to, I have to play the game through. Okay, that's fine. And maybe that is the case in today to just hit create game as opposed to create rematch. Okay, let's just open these up, looking at current, height, current.board.height and width. Fine. So height is going to be current.board.height. Oh, let's just grab those height and width. Great. And then we want to basically create an array of them. So how are we going to do that visually? I think oh yeah, no, I've got it. It's going to be a little jank. Or do we do it with tables? I have to say, yeah. Let's do it. So what we'll do is we'll say table equals document.create element, not that, create element table. And then you want as many rows as there are widths. So row is going to be document. No, we want to say for let row of widths. Right, we want to sorry, we do the it's not the widths we do because we do the rows. So we do the heights first. Height. We'll go const row tr, I'll call it, document.create element tr, so that's a table row. Yeah, is this the way we do it? Yeah, let's just build it first. Yeah, this actually might take us a little while. Let's just get the table built first. So then we'll go const. Then we'll go for let w of width. That's each cell. We'll go const td equals document create element. I haven't created a oh my gosh, Butterfingers today. I have not used make sure I'm tabling them. Pretty long time here. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. We'll find out. And then we'll go tr.append child td. And then we'll go table.append child table.append child tr. And then what we'll do, I've noticed for h of height, or let h of height. Yeah, this will work still. And then I forgot how to add something to just the body. I think you just go document.body.append child table. So what I'm hoping we'll see in just a moment, is just a 11 by 11 table. Oh, didn't like that. Height is not iterable. Yeah, of course it isn't. I thought that there was something off with that. That's fine. I equals 0. I is less than height. I plus plus. J is less than 0. J is less than width. I just haven't written J. I haven't again, I haven't done for loops like this in quite a while either. Anyway, right. Stopped having a hissy fit from, and the progress thing we'll just comment out. And we'll add that and we'll start the game. Okay, is there a table here? Oh, also, is it? I think it's creating a table every single turn. Yeah, it is. That's funny. That's fine. What I think we'll do then is we'll create the table up top. Or what we'll do is we'll destroy the table first. So we'll go document dot, or once more, we are spending time in areas that really don't matter. Let's just create the table. Document dot query selector table. And then we don't have to append it anymore. Also, there's no. We need to do something with the styling of this table because it ain't quite working. So let's go table TDTR. Border 1 pixel solid black and border claps, I think, for styling. My knowledge a bit there. Let's refresh that. Let's create a new game with this. Okay, it's still just adding stuff. That makes sense because what we want to do each turn is basically destroy everything inside of it. And I think the way to do that is just go table.inner HTML equals nothing. Okay, let's create a new game. And in theory, it should just create it once and that's it. Yeah, it does. Great. Okay, so we've got our little board here. It's very small. I might put on the TR just a little bit of padding. Padding 0.5 ems. Music's a bit repetitive, ain't it? Nothing's happening. Why? Oh, helps when you write valid web pages, eh? Okay. I'm a little bit like, why is it so small still? That's cool. While the game's still running, I can just refresh. Okay. I think, yeah, Pat, I thought that's how you do it. Yeah, TD padding 0.5 ems. Yeah, it's so small. What gives? Is this how you do it? Might not even be how you do it, if I'm honest. Oh, because that's the row. We actually want it on the TD here. By that one small. Right, all right. So we've got this little game going here. That's cool. I think what I might just do is go width 10 pixels, height 10 pixels. Because what I want to do is put stuff in it, and I don't want it to, when there's stuff in it, for it to grow terribly. Okay, all right, fine. That'll do the trick. there's our board, I guess. All right, so next thing, for the cells that exist, where's 0 again? It's the bottom left. It's wrong every time, honestly. So what we'll do is we'll draw where our snake is. So what we're going to want is each of our. Let's go for you. Or not you. So we want to go for every snake. Let's take a look. Board snakes. And it's nice because we get their color too, so we can set that. Okay, so all we care about here is current. So let's just shrink that down a little. Okay, so this is us creating the table. That's great. Now I suppose what we'll do is we could do it at the time of creating it, but I think that's going to be more hassle than it's worth. I think what we want to do, oh no, I suppose because we have the numbers, but they're inversed. So what we'll have to do is say, because if something's at like X position 3 or Y position 3, the Y position 3 is here, but the way we've drawn it, the third one is here. So we'll just want to inverse those. So what we'll say is, what will we want to say? Oh, do you want to know how we actually? I think I can fix this pretty easily. Is we could we could take away. So what we could do is say, look, we know what the height and width are here. We're starting at 0. Why don't we start at the height -1, and then what we'll do is we'll say when it equals 0, get rid of it, and then minus away, right? And then that should fix our headache. So width -1 when j is equal to 0, and we'll do that. And what I might do, just for the sake of making this easy, is inside of the td.inner text content, let's just put in here x comma y. Okay, and that should help us. Ideally, we want the top left to be, it's 0 index, right? So we want it to be 0, 0. Sorry, we want the bottom left to be 0, 0. See, honestly, every time. Nothing. Love it. Love it when there's nothing. Why? Why is there nothing? Is there, oh, the criteria must never be met. So where let's start with height -1, so it will start at 10. Start when I is equal to 0. I remove 1 each time, right? So it's going from 10, 9, 8. Yeah, that's correct. And then I'm not quite sure. Yeah, that should be fine. Suppose we could just console log xy and see if we're even getting. Oh, do you want to know why? XY don't exist. I and J. And herein lies another muck up here. So we're going for the height. So for every height, that's going to be for the height of it, that's going to be a Y position. I think we'll find out. X, and then we will continue to X and Y. Okay. I noticed I didn't get any errors here, which is slightly annoying. I would have liked those. Yeah, look, where's it going? It's just disappearing. td.text content. Oh, do we want to tr.append child td? No, that's correct. What is going on? Honestly, I've not done this show for like a month and just everything falls out of my brain. To be fair, that is exactly the point. So we start with the Y position, right? We start with height -1, so we start with that being 10. And it's an 11 by 11 board. Just I mean, not that it really matters. Yeah, 11 by 11. So that starts at 10. We stop when it's equal to 0. Huh. I don't really care about this anymore. I don't care about it for the moment. Okay, X and Y. Not quite sure what to make of this, I guess. Table, append, child. Does the table even change? Like, oh, you know what? Let's actually just start by just assessing. Maybe there's something. Yeah, look, the table's empty each time. Is that because of this? Which is a problem, but Battlesnake still going? God, it's so quick. It's pretty cool. Yeah, no, look, it's empty every time. It's interesting, isn't it? Right, Kevin, might be 20 to 8, but just look for a moment. Right, get the width and height, get the table, which starts off empty. Great. Then just remove everything inside of it. Then we have the height, right? The height is 11. So maybe what we'll do here is just go Y. Just to. I'm trying to figure out at what point this is breaking, and every developer's best tool is a console log. It's an issue with this loop. So let y equals height minus 1. Interesting. So that's the issue here. Oh, I'm an idiot. Keep going as long as that's what this middle parameter is here. So I'm saying as long as y is 0, keep going. No, it isn't. I want to go until y. I want to go as long as y is greater than 0. Oh my gosh. Yeah, coding badly is about right. Okay. My gosh. Yeah, that's it. Right, it's wrong. The one it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I just want to alter that. So there's one more, and I want this to be inverse, right? Oh yeah, because it's the y that is wrong, not the x. So actually, what we want to do here is a more traditional. So we want to go y is greater than -1, I guess. And then here we do want to do a more traditional x equals 0. Keep going as long as x is less than width -1 and x plus plus, and that should sort it out. Yeah, great. There's still something wrong here. What's wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where's the last one? It's already less than. Oh my gosh, seriously. Today is not the one. But, you know, start the season off as bum as possible and it can only get better. Okay, there we are. There's all of our positions there. Great. So now what we want to do is go through each of those positions, I guess. And if a piece of the snake is there, we want to color it in. And actually, we will do it inside of this loop. We'll do it right here. So firstly, we'll just say where is each snake, right? So we'll say for let snake of current.board.snakes. I suppose that's what we'll do. We'll loop through and see if any of them match. Little clunky, but yeah, let's just quickly log. We only really care about current, right? We'll say current.board.snakes, and I guess we'll look at the first one. Great. Yeah, love that. Customizations. So this is it. So what we want is any part of the body. Is any part of the body in this XY coordinate? That's what we want to do. So I suppose what we'll do is we'll say if well, we want to go through every snake, right? And then what we want to do is say, and then we want to loop through every body part. Let part of snake.body if part, right, because that's it's an XY. If part equals, can you do this? Is this legit? I think so. XY. Then what we'll do is we'll set a background color, I guess. Or let's just set the text. So we'll go td.text content. Just do a dash. See if that works. So this will be every snake, right? It won't just be ours. In this case, it's a one snake thing. Oh, something's not happening there. Why? For snake of current.board.snakes, go through the body part of that snake. You don't necessarily need to log that right now. So go through each snake, go through each body part. Just checking it is snake.body. If this is a snake, yeah, snake.body. And then what we want to do, maybe this isn't legit. If part equals XY, let's just compare them, I guess. Part. Part X Y. Is that legit? Yeah. Enough. There's going to be a lot of logs here. Smaller board dies quicker, maybe. Part 2. Yeah, that should be legit. Oh, can you do... Oh, I think you can't just straight up compare objects, actually. JS compare objects, do all properties match. Yeah, this is what we want to know. I don't really want to do a manual comparison. Shallow equality. Is that what we want? Deep equality. This feels a little bit overkill when all I want to do. I mean, we could just. No, I think it's important that we find the most succinct way to this because we're going to need to do it a bunch. Hello, those who have joined us. In this episode of Coding Badly, we're doing some data viz of a Battlesnake game. We're starting by literally just trying to more or less replicate this board state here inside of a little web application we've got. I'm just figuring out how to check if two objects have all the same properties in them, right? I mean, no one says we're coding well. You know what we'll do? M for match. And we'll say object 1, object 2, and I will call it XY match just for, So what we'll do is we'll say if o1.x equal or return. Oh, you know what? No, I will do this. Return if o1.x equals o2.x and o1.y equals o2.y. Yeah, love that. Look at that. Delicious. So what we'll do is we'll say if XY match, and the first one will be part, and the second one will be X, Y. Yeah, That feels good. Then we'll do that. Right, let's just get back on what we were doing here. Create a new game with this snake. Let's hit start game. That is not at all correct. Whoa, that is just not good. td.text content is not a function. Is it not? Oh yeah, because it is not a function. Set it like this. It's a property. Okay. Yeah, look, there's our snake moving around. That's so cool. That's our snake. That's wicked. Obviously, we're going to want to do something a little more meaningful than that. That is cool. That is cool. Right, let's... we also know what direction it's looking, right? Because on top of... I'm logging the wrong thing here. But we also know whether we went up, down, left, right that turn. So we can also make the head directional. So let's start by just changing the background color of a table. So cell fill table HTML attribute. We just like straight up give it a color here. Background color, style. Okay, well, yeah, we can do it in style. Set style attribute. Not generally how I would do it. Is there something we can do a little bit nicer than set attribute and do it manually? How to add styles to an element. Yeah, it's this. It's .style.background color. That's exactly it. So what we'll do is we'll say td.style.background color equals, and then we'll actually grab that snake's information. What we'll do is we'll start by just saying red. We'll just console log current again. Okay, let's create a new game. Oh, that's wicked. Right, but what we actually want is for each snake, it's called customizations.color. That's so cool. Right, so we'll go snake.customizations.color. Right, next thing we want to do is the one that's the head, we want to do something specific to. And I think what we might do just to start is like, oh, maybe we'll put an emoji in the cell. Yeah, that feels legit. So I'm not quite sure how to do this. I think if we go td.style. Can you make a table cell? Can you make a table cell a flex box? Table cell flex box. It's not quite what I'm after. Flex box inside tables, maybe. How are we doing flex? Flex wrap. Oh, right. Okay, you just put a div inside of it. Okay, fair. Okay. Don't know how you make it the full width though. So what I suppose we'll do is we'll say const d equals document dot create element div, and then what we'll do is we'll say we'll do this on all of them first, and then we'll be a little more specific. So let's call this the head div, right? And then what we'll do is we'll say head div dot style dot display equals flex. We'll say head div. This actually is where we should go, just to keep it a little more succinct. So you should say set attribute style, and here we should just say display flex, justify content center, items align center, width 100%, height 100% should probably do it. And then what we'll do inside of the div is we'll say head div dot text content equals head. Or we'll go smile. There. Oh, and then we'll say td. Oh, td dot append child head div. And so right now every element should get that right, and we just want to nip it in a little. So let's refresh that. Create a new game. Though we actually didn't need to do that because it automatically refreshes for us. Great. It's not in the middle. Interestingly. Let's wait for the game to end. That's kind of cool though. Oh, there are some places where there's a head in the wrong place. Notice that? Why is the whole thing moving? I think it might just be lagging on the re-render maybe. Okay. We could do it. If it's left, do this. If it's right, do this, and so on. But we'll do that in a moment. Yeah, so let's just figure out the styling here. So that's fine, right? You know why? Width. But that still did not do the trick. Align items, align items, center. There we are. Align items, center, and width. Loads of typos today. And then that's the head. So what we'll do is we'll say if XY match. No, we don't want to do that for every part, do we? What we want to do is say for each part. Hang on, let's think about this. Yeah. So we want to say if XY match part, and we want. We don't want the part. We want the snake. I will do it down here. The snake.head. That's it, right? Snake U. So it's the individual snake. .head. .x, yeah. So snake.head and x, y. If that is true, then we'll do this. So one step at a time. That should get us some of the way there. Yeah, look, there's the head. That's kind of cool. It kind of paints a good picture, actually. Yeah, that's quite nifty. Okay. I want to say time to die, but not really. Anyway, so what we'll do then is the text content will be based on the position. So what we'll do is say, what's the right way to do this? I think we'll just create a quick object, I guess. So we'll say left equals that. Oh. Heads. Right equals up equals and down equals. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll say head div.text content equals heads, and the value we want is current.move. We only know our move. We don't know everyone's move. We only know our move. That's interesting. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll say if we have current.move. Yeah. That's not what we want, right? Because that's our snake. That's great, but like, that's interesting. Because at the moment, the issue is we only know the direction we're going, and what we'll do is we'll make every snake, if we're drawing each snake, we'll point their heads all in the same direction at the same time. I am going to abandon this effort. It is not worth the time, in my opinion. We also want the tail, I guess. So I think that's going to be the last body part. Actually, I don't think we do. That's fine. So we have this. So if we added another snake in, oh, that actually isn't, like, I don't have another snake with another color easily available. This is fine. But no, you know, I can do it. I can create a game with my one, and I'm literally picking an absolutely random. Oh, I had a random Battlesnake. That's nice. Okay. Well, that was a short game. Let's create a new game. I suppose this is one of the challenges with completely random Battlesnakes. Cool. Right, that at least got us somewhere. That's really nifty. And that matches what happened here. Nice. Okay, next thing I suppose we'll do is render food. Board.food. And then we could do hazards as well, actually. Yeah, I'd love to do the directional thing, but we're going to need to compare two moves. It's not necessarily a problem, but I just think, well, we might have time. We'll do food first. So that's all of that. So then we'll do for let food of current dot board dot food. Food? Yeah. Dot food. I actually think all we're going to do is this. So what we'll do is we'll do this and we'll set food in here. Food. We'll just change head div to food div. For food. Oh no, sorry, there's still this comparison we want to do here. Still in the X and Y thing, yeah. So if snake.head, so if food XY. Let's see how that works. Oh, that's super cute. Nice. Just to zoom in a couple of sets because look, it's a cute little emoji there. It's nice. Wow, this game's going on a long time. Nice. Yeah, cool. What else can we do? We said we'd do hazards as well. This one should be a little bit easier. So what we'll do is we'll say for hazards display is not in this game mode. If I create a game with a constrictor with food, whatever, and add this in, let's just take a look at what the game looks like. This shouldn't work that well, right? This is what the game looks like. Well, maybe I got the settings wrong. Hang on. Constrictor, Royale, or even Arcade Maze. Oh, all of the logic is going to break. We'll go Royale because we haven't really built for these game modes. Yep. Wait, let's take a look. It should shrink. Wow, that snake did not do well. Create rematch. Yeah, look, the hazards. We're not avoiding hazards. We're not going to do hazards. I've changed my mind. I'm not going to do that. Okay. What else can we do here? I kind of want to get the left-right thing sorted. I want to do the directions. I think we are going to need to just capture... every snake, we're going to have to capture the last... Well, we have the history here, right? So we don't have to capture it. We've already got it. So what we'll want to do is look at this move in history. Like, we want to look at the last one and the one before. Then what we want to do is, for every snake, we want to see the head position, and we want to understand if they've gone left or right. That's the way we're going to do it. So, right, let's do it then. So, we never ended up using, so I'm going to remove this. We never ended up using it, like passing in that value. So what we're going to do here, first thing we're going to do for each snake, that's what we'll do. We'll do it for each snake, is at the end of this, here, I'll just put a note. This is going to be which direction. So what we'll do is we'll say const this move. Oh no, we do care about what way they went this move. I'm an idiot. It's exactly what we're doing now. This move is going to be each snake. No, we can't do it like this. Let's just have a quick think. We get the state of the board. Hello. So what are we working on today? In this season of Coding Badly, we're using this little, let me just open it up here. We're using this little Node.js starter project I made to visualize Battlesnake games. So as opposed to building a snake, I built a very basic snake. All it will do is avoid itself and avoid the walls and avoid snakes. That's all it does. And so we're not really going to be adding logic to the snake, but instead visualizing it in interesting ways. We started with what is possibly the most boring thing. By the time it was like a little prototype was built, it took me 20 minutes. It was so dull. It was a little tug of war left and right. So it would just be a little HTML progress bar that would fill up, based on how many of the moves were left versus right. It was horrible to look at. So now what we're building is a little representation. I'll show you. This is what we're making. This is what we've made. It's kind of cute. Nice little visualization of a Battlesnake game. So what the client does is runs a function called move. I'll show you in a moment, actually. So what it does, you write all your code basically here. This function will trigger every single move. That's it. It will get the current move object, and it will get a history of everything. And then we can do whatever we want. We could do stuff with the Web Audio API. We can do stuff with P5, generative art. We could do stuff with maybe like TensorFlow.js and like client-side machine learning stuff. Is that a tiny smiley face for the head? It is. Here it is. Yeah. There's the head there. And there's all the little foods, which is kind of fun. So yeah, that's basically the project for this season, I guess. But every episode will be a new version of this. So what we're doing now for every snake is we're working out which direction. And yeah, I'm being silly. Of course, we can do the current versus the last move. So what we'll do for every snake, where is that? For every snake, here we are. So yeah, we'll say which direction to show. Instead of just the head now, what we're currently working on is which direction is that head going in, so you can kind of get a bit of a better picture of what's going on here. That's basically it. I even see we could do a thing where we'll do this next, where the further away body parts get slightly more transparent in color. That could be fun. So you kind of see like what is the head versus what is the extended body. Cool. So I'll work on that. So Right. Which direction to show? So actually, we will do it in here. Which direction to show? So we want this cut. So we want this snake ID, and that is, in fact, I don't think we need that. That's just game.board.snakes.id. So we know that. So what we want to do is look for it this move, and look for it last move, and look for the head. So we'll say this move. We have that. We'll say last move. What we'll do is we'll say this, not this, history, and we want the one but last. So I think the way you do this is you say -2. Find out in a moment. Well, in fact, let's just check we've got that right. Dot move. That's what it's called, right? This dot history dot move. Turn. It might be called turn. Glad I checked. Last turn. And what we'll do is we'll say current dot turn. Turn is current dot turn, and we've got last turn. I don't think there's any other logs here. Yeah. Turn. Cool. Yeah, I like the idea of fading as time passes. What is coding badly? I'm really glad you asked. Hello, Free Thrill. Coding badly. So firstly, Battlesnake, just in case you don't know it, is a online kind of coding competition game where you build the AI for an autonomous snake game. So if we just head over to the homepage, I'll quickly show you. This is a very typical Battlesnake game here. You have 4 snakes here. Each of those are a web API that gets sent a state of a board and just responds with the direction. Great, you know what Battlesnake is. Fabulous. Coding Badly is the show where for 90 minutes we make Battlesnake more accessible by writing pretty poor code. That is it. You made a cooler snake. Oh, it's not public. That's okay. So yeah, Coding Badly is where we write bad code, and it show you anyone can build a Battlesnake, really. So this season we're doing kind of Battlesnake visualization. The last season we did a ghastly thing. We did a relay snake where there were 7 episodes, and every episode the developer, who was a guest, had to pick up where the last person left off, and it was absolute chaos. And honestly, I'm glad to never see that snake again. We've done a whole bunch of other things as well. Oh yeah, make it public. That'd be really fun. I'm not sure if I need to there it is. Thank you. Let's take a little look. Oh, there's a problem. Canary properties undefined of turn. Current.turn. History -2. Right. I don't think it liked history. Canary property of undefined. Yeah, I don't think it liked history. It is called history, and I want the one but last. I mean, history.length -3, I think, if I want 2 back from the end. No, 2. It'd be -1 for the last one and -2 for the last one. Let's do this. Right, let's I could have actually just rematched that. Is it -3? No, this is right. No, it isn't. Yeah, you're right. It's -3. Cool. Thank you. Right, -3. Right. So I've got the last turn now. Current turn, last. No. It was correct. Look, it's always one behind. That was correct. Yeah. That's good. Look, current turn 17, last turn 16. So now what we want to do is, now that we definitely know that we've got that last turn, is we want to go in and figure out where our snake is. So our snake. Last turn, our snake. Yeah, fuck it. It doesn't matter. Oh, budget. Right, so then what we'll do is we'll say last turn, and we will go .board.snakes.find snake, and we want the snake ID, where snake ID equals, I don't want to call it snake. I'll just call it S because we already have a snake variable, snake.id. So that will be our turn, our snake last turn. And in here, we'll say head. Head last turn. So then what we'll do is we'll say console log snake head is snake.head. And we also want the head last turn or last. There shouldn't be the same number, and then we should get a little bit of a picture into what's happening. And then based on that, we'll do a couple of conditions and we'll just change the arrow of the head. Or maybe we'll rotate the heads. That'll be funny. Although what way would be forward, I guess. No, we'll do an arrow, I think. I'll just do my snake for a mo. Last is not defined. Ah. I'm not sure if like my voice and the music is going to be out of sync, but in my mind, I'm doing that perfectly. There was an error straight away. Cannot read board. There we are. 5-1, 6-1, 6-0. Fantastic. So we can do our little comparison point there. Cannot read property of undefined board. Last turn dot board makes sense. So what we'll do is we'll say if you need the colon and then the head. Oh, no. The issue is first turn, we don't have a last turn. That's all it is. So if turn is greater than 1. That's all it is there. Just for that first turn, we don't have a previous move in that array. Fab. So then what we'll do, right, is we just have to figure out which direction is it. So we can say if. Might just say for, last turn, head last turn. L for last, just to make it easy. And then we'll say const now, whatever it really doesn't matter terribly. If now is snake.head. Let's do our comparisons quick. So we'll say if n.x is less than l.x, then we've moved left. Right? How are we going to do this? I think what we'll do is we'll just go straight in here. So we'll go. What we want to do is move that down here. It's this line here we want. This line here we want. If that's the case, we've moved left. Left. Now, if it's greater than, then we've moved right. And then if n.y is less than l.y, 0, 0 is bottom left, so that means we've gone there. And finally, if it's greater than, that means we've gone up. Okay. We don't care about that anymore. That should show us the direction, everything after the first turn. So what we'll do is, if that isn't the case, then just do a little smiley face. It'll just be for one turn. Okay, let's create a game. Let's just try one snake to start. Errors. Turn is not defined. Bloody hell. Right. Turn. Where am I saying turn? Yes, return if turn is greater than 1. If current dot turn is greater than 1. Do. Hey, look at that. It works. That's so cool. And in theory, every snake is independent. So I'll just wait for that game to end. Or I won't. I don't think, unless I stop this, I don't know if you can stop the game, but like, I don't think this will support 2 games at the same time because I'll be getting 2 sets of instructions. You are very good at errors. I appreciate that. As an educator with code for my day job, I fix enough other people's like quite like basic level errors that like you just start to spot them, right? And you have like tools in your toolkit to find the errors. Right, so what was the other? Oh yeah, let's see if this works with 2 snakes. Cooler snake is up. Yeah, that's so cool. Look at that. Okay, cool, and that's because 1 snake died. That is cool. Right, so then what we'll do is, we'll make the pieces kind of fade out over time. Yeah, that works. So what we'll do is we'll have to work out how many pieces are there, what percentage, I suppose, is each piece. So if it is a match, so first thing we'll do is how many length. Do I get a length out of interest? Let's I don't think I do get a length. You know what? I keep running games just to look at the payload, and I really don't need to. Sample move request here. Oh, thank you very much, Free Throw. Taking a look. Length. Yeah, just a number. Fab. That helps. X.length. So we already know what the length is. So we have to work out what percentage basically each piece is going to be. So that feels good, which is like let's call it a weight, a piece weight, or a piece percentage, I suppose. And what we'll do is we'll say 1 divided by, because you don't start at 1 piece long, do you? Oh, you do. Can't divide by 1. Yeah, of course you could divide by 1. You can't divide by 0. Right. So 1 divided by snake dot length. Then what we'll do for color, if you take a hex code, can you do an opacity? Maybe we'll try that. That might be the easiest way if that works. td.style.opacity equals piece pers. Wait. No, because we want to know what part of the body it is. So actually, let me just undo a couple of steps there. It gives you 3 of the same square in your snake body, and then the length is 3. Yes, you start at length 3. No, but right here, right now, in this very first move, that looks like it's 1. I'm not entirely sure what the payload looks like on turn 1, whether it is 1. But in any case, I was having just a brain fart as to what was illegal, and it's dividing by 0, not dividing by 1. So it won't be an issue dividing by 1. We'll give 1 divided by 1 is 1. Right, so what was I doing? I need to know the length. Oh yes, what I want to do is opacity. Oh, what part am I? Because for every part I need to know what value it is. So I think what we can do is for of with index. I think you do this with like object dot entries, right? Const iv dot entries. We'll go let I and part of snake.body.entries. JavaScript looks so hard. Depends what your frame of reference is. I would say JavaScript for the most part is very forgiving, but that can cause a lot of bad habits. So what we want to do then, I suppose, I think the first piece is the head. I mean, we'll work this out. So we'll times that by I. That's assuming opacity is even the thing that works. Might not. Let's rematch, or let's go create game. Actually, I'll just start with mine, and then I'll bring in Cooler Snake, this snake is too short if it starts at 3. There's an issue. Oh, because it goes all the way down to 0. That's funny. That's funny. It is wrong though. We want it to be the other way. So we'll go I minus bespoke minus I, and then what we want to do. Hello, not even joking. Good evening. Depends where you are in the world. It is an evening for me. So that will make. But yeah, but the first piece is fully opacity. Right, yeah, the tail is 0 or the head exactly. So, all right, not even joking. Good evening. So I suppose for the sake of this, we want to go snake.length. 1 divided by snake.length. What is the right way to do this? You want to ignore the head. So what we want to do here is if I equals 0, so i.e. you are the head, then we'll just set the value at 1. Otherwise, we'll do I divided by snake length. Let's just quickly try that out because I'm starting to lose track of all of these characters. Let's refresh that. Let's create a game. Oh, create a game. The issue's still here. If we start at length 3, right? Also, it's not happening drastically enough, so there's a problem. I mean, a simple way to just quickly do this is go td.text content equals let's just print the opacity inside. Oh, yeah, I didn't really think about that. These numbers are greater than 1. That is not correct. It's 0 to 1. That's why. Are we creating a web Battlesnake client? No. In this season of Coding Badly, what we're going to do is... in this season, what we're going to do is visualize Battlesnake games. So I built this little Node app that will run a function every single time there's a move with both the current move and the full history of the game. And then inside the browser, you can visualize that however you want. So right now we're building kind of a very, in terms of how creative you can go, a pretty vanilla, we're just going to try and replicate how the game looks. But you can also do stuff with the web audio API, the web speech API. You could do stuff with, maybe we could do something with like A-frame and VR. That could be fun. Generative art, maybe even little hardware stuff, but I mean, it doesn't really work as well with our web client. But yeah, that's the idea. Anyway, these numbers are far too big, so there's a problem here. So we want piece percentage times I. No, we don't. We want I minus piece percentage. Times I, and then I think we want to start at 1 equals 1 times 1. I think we want to start at 0. Let's find out. We're just going to fiddle with these numbers till it kind of works, because I might just have to go back to the drawing board and just really think it through for a moment if this doesn't work. That doesn't work. Why is it 8.5? Why is it 3? These numbers, they have to stop at 1. Right, okay. Kevin, just chill. Let's get rid of these for a moment. Right. So what we want to do is work out how far down the body we are. What I really need is faster output than watching Battlesnake Science, specifically knowing as soon as my snake has moved so I can use my NES controller more effectively. What is an NES controller? Wow, free thrill. I'll show you an NES controller. The original Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES, right? That's the controller for it. That doesn't happen to me very often, but that's made me quite sad and feel quite old. It doesn't happen to me very often, honestly. Yeah, exactly. Don't feel bad for asking the question. You don't know what you don't know, but that was sad. Yeah. Then this was the Super Nintendo controller that came afterwards. This thing here. Then the NES controller. And then do we have a GameCube one here? I don't think we do. Then the GameCube, the Wii U, the Switch. That was the Nintendo consoles. Oof. Right. Okay. So first thing we want to do is work out, is it... No. Yeah. Don't feel bad asking, but yeah, that you just aged us a lot. Yeah, you hear Switch more than NES, absolutely, but yeah, you got to know where it started. There you go. In fact, on Switch, on Nintendo Online or whatever it's called, Switch Online, you have the like retro games, library in it, and that has the NES games and the SNES games and the Sega Genesis games. But yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. That said, if you change the playback to fast, it's fast. Look, it's pretty snappy, that is. So maybe you could be reactive. I don't know. Anyway, right. So what are we going to do here? First thing we need to do is work out how far down the snake we are, starting at piece 0. Yeah, maybe, right, so const piece is going to be I plus 1, because what I want to do is actually start at 1. That feels correct. Then what we'll do is const purse, we'll call it. What we'll do is we'll say piece 1 minus, we don't want to, because if it's 1, 1 minus, that's not quite what we want to do. So we start with 1, and then in the second piece it'll be 2, 3. The length of it is so long, so we want to do something with the overall length of the snake. So we want to work out, what percentage through the snake are we? So piece 1 will be 1, and then piece 2, let's say it's a 3-piece snake, will be 50%. But we want to ignore the last piece because we don't want it to be. What's happening? Chat, you might need to help me here. I think I've just hit that. It's 8:30. I'll go for a little bit longer. We normally end at this point, but I just want to get this working. Maybe another 10, 15 max, and then we'll call it. Okay. So what do we want to do here? We want to say the first piece is 1. And then we want to start reducing the opacity down. Or, you know what? Is it just the shading we're doing here? Yeah. And actually, I think I'm overcomplicating it. I think maybe if we do like the next 5 pieces only and we just start reducing it down and then we fix it at a value. And I think that's what we're going to do. So what we'll do is we'll say, const piece equals, it doesn't matter. What we'll do is we'll say for the first 5 pieces, so if I is less than 5, right? Else, what we'll do is switch I. You know what? This is coding badly. We'll say opacity. If it is 0, we'll say opacity. Well, we don't want to change it. If it's case 1, then opacity equals 0.8. Yeah, 0.8. That feels good. And break. With cat 1, number of body parts minus the present body part over the number of body parts. I really appreciate you saying that, but also you just said body parts slightly too many times for 8:30 after a full day of work. So this is what we're going to be doing. Not to snub your help. I genuinely appreciate it. what we're going to do. 4, 2. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll say default 2. Like that. It's good. But then we do need a case. What's this cool show, mate? Your idea sucked. Your idea sucked. Basically, it just. I mean, you can catch the VOD, but your original idea of a tug of war, and I'm just blaming you're not here. You're not here to defend yourself. So you know what? It sucked. We did it in like the first 15, and it was just the most boring thing to watch possibly imagine. No. Joe and I are good. Were you here at the start? It was really dull. It was really dull. Oh no, everyone thinks I'm being really mean to Joe. We're mates. It's chill. This is where Joe is like, no, we're not cool anymore. We love Joe. Just not that particular idea in the end. Right. That ain't what we want, is it? That ain't the one. Oh, damn. Oh, yeah, because then we actually want to set the color, want to set the opacity, and we're done. What am I doing now? Basically visualizing a Battlesnake game. Here it is. So here we are. It'll also tell you what direction the snake is going in. Look at that. Oh, that's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Cool. There we are. And it will work with multiple snakes. So free thrill. We'll bring in your coolest snake here. And we'll bring in Coding Badly Viz 1. Look at that. Got food going. Don't know what happened there. I think a snake died. Let's see what happened there. Oh, they collided. Oh, so it doesn't do that very last move. Try your snake. Yeah. That's. Oh yeah, you're very slightly behind me, so I see your messages a little bit earlier than you see me respond to them. But yeah, so it doesn't do that very last move. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, these education systems are not comparable. Yeah, right. And it died. So yeah, there's a bit of a hiccup there in that very last move, eh? But that's fine. So yeah, that's this first episode of this season, isn't it? Doesn't give Jason at the last move to render. Yeah, that's fine. That's chill. So let's talk through what this did and kind of where we're going from here. So I created a Battlesnake Coding Badly starter. I created this little node app that we're going to be using for the rest of this season. And basically what it does, it has a very kind of thin oh yeah, the end request could do that. That's a really good suggestion, actually. I might adjust the starter project for the next episode rather than resolve it now. So I built this little node app here. And what it does is it spins up. When it spins up, it gives you your ngrok URL to give to the Battlesnake platform. And every single move that comes in, it will run this move function here, and it will provide both the current move, which is an object, and an array of moves, everything including the current move. And then you do whatever you want with it in here, and that's what we did. So we worked exclusively in this script.js writing this move function. Did you actually push the node modules? Don't think so. Yeah, lol. It's funny. Yeah, screw it. Download it all. That's funny. It was not because it's coding badly. It's because you'll notice the lack of a git ignore file. But that's quite funny, that. Yes, I have amused myself there. Yeah, so in this first episode, we just built this little visualization here. Don't quite know what's going to happen in a couple of weeks. Joe will be back, right, Joe, in the chat? Right, Joe, you'll be back. We'll find a fun guest. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just work ourselves. You know, we'll keep you on your toes. Don't know what we're going to do yet. But what we will be doing is visualizing more Battlesnake games in some form. So yeah, it's the end of the episode. Is there anything, folks in chat, Battlesnake folks, that I need to say as we wrap up that I may have forgotten? Anyone else want me to say anything on their behalf? Hardly drank anything during that, huh? Okay. I think we are butting up them. Oh, might actually, yeah, that end move thing's bothered me. I probably will update this starter project with that in mind. As your snake know the arcade maze? Do you mean the arcade mode? No, it is really, it's like, let me show you what it does. It literally, or can your snake play Pac-Man? No. It can avoid walls, just standard walls. You know, the board height and width. If the walls move, you're gonna die. And it will avoid all the snake's body parts, and that is all it does. Could it do more? Yeah. Is it gonna do more? Probably not. So yeah, no, it's quite a straightforward snake, but the point of this season was less to build a good snake and more to visualize games. Yeah, so I will put this up somewhere. I'll put this up somewhere, and yeah, I'll show it to you next time. So why do I see people do if ... remove when they could do filter? I am doing a filter. Find it. Let me show you. There's this remove function, and the remove function was just a shorthand, actually uses filter. So it does do that actually. It just stops me having to write that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So that's all. Yeah. Cool. So with that, I think we're just about at time. Thank you so much for spending the last, over an hour and a half with me. I've had a really nice time actually. Lovely chat as always. Free thrill, don't worry, you do whatever you want with your snake. You can make it private again now if you want. I appreciate you letting me drag it into the arena for this episode. Why not everything in one big filter? Honestly, not even joking. Yeah, I could do that. But this is something more snake. It really made very little difference. Yeah, I could have done that. I find this is a little bit easier to kind of just churn through and read. But yeah, when you build your own snake, by all means, do it in one big filter. Cool. Link your personal channel if you have one. Not sure if that's aimed at me. I really stream on this channel primarily. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's that one. Oh no, it's wrong. _PHZN. That's my Twitter handle. Anyway, yeah. See you in 2 weeks' time for the next Coding Badly. But there are shows all the time. Check the calendar. Maybe we'll see you in the Battlesnake Discord. And with that, it's probably time for my dinner. So, link it. Nah, I'm not that. Nah, you're good. You can. It's chill. You can do that. It's fine. I will see you in 2 weeks. I'll see you in 2 weeks. The code will find its life somewhere online. I'll link it in the Discord once I've got it online. Cool. Have a good one. Reward codes. Not here, mate. Not here. Right. I've got to have dinner because I'm fading quick. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining me for the last, hour and a half, 40 minutes. I'll see you in a couple of weeks with Joe. Cool. Bye for now. Oh, wait, I did that. Hang on. We'll do that again. Bye for now.